Hello matey boys, got another quick little update for you here today.
Hello matey boys, welcome to the Battle Lounge.
So, been very busy laying the floor down. We've got all the screed down now. This was the last bit that we've done, that's not quite set yet. It's still wet. In fact, I've got one more little tiny strip over there which I'm going to do in the morning, but I've got to be able to take the bar out that we've used for levelling, and then I can fill that last little bit in. This is really exciting because this was a big part of getting to a point where we can finally start doing more of the design work in here. It's all been building work so far, like proper structural work, apart from little bits of wiring and that we've been doing. But getting this done, this has been very expensive, very time consuming, back breaking, so I'm glad that it's finally done and I've got it all down, and I think it's going to work just fine. I've got obviously the underfloor heating goes all underneath. I've also got some pipes running down which under the screed, which will feed the utilities in the kitchen, the little sink over there which is going to have hot and cold water, sink over this side which is going to have hot and cold water, and I've also got some pipes running for the airline as well, because I'm going to be having an air compressor out in the workshop, and that will feed the airline for my airbrush, which will be over there on my main desk. But I'm also going to have some little air nozzles. Whoa! I'm also going to have some little air nozzles for just cleaning up. It's really handy to have these little air nozzles just for blasting, to keep your workspace clear, especially if you're working with scratching plaster and things like that. It's nice just give it a little bit of blast, and you can use it for drying things as well, just to have a little bit of airflow there. But I'll make a video on that when I come to do it. As you can see over here, I've got some utilities. I've got a little dishwasher, I've got a little fridge in, which has been brilliant, because we've been washing up with freezing cold water just to have a cup of tea. But this is all just temporary. This is temporary sink at the moment. I've just got it set up so that we can just sort of function in here, have somewhere to make a cup of tea, cook some soup on the little hob we got, and just stuck those shelves there as well, just to have somewhere just temporary to put everything while we carry on with the build. I've got some new lights up there that I've put up and painted the wall blue. It's a bit messy, we painted it and then got cement flicked all over it from where we screeded the floor. Obviously got the log burner in. Log burner's working great, except we have got a little bit of a leak somewhere. I'm not quite sure where it is. It's up the top somewhere, and I think it's the fire cement that I put in. I think some rainwater's got in and it's washed some of it out, because there's like a line going down the side of it, so and I think that's created a little gap somewhere and the smoke's just seeping out. It's not massive, but by the end of the day, if the log burner's been on all day, you can definitely smell it if you go up the top there, but down here it's not too bad. And yeah, that's it for this little update. Just wanted to show you where we are, what we've been doing and where we got to. Oh, a couple of other things. So I've got my Wi-Fi in, but I've also bought an Ethernet switch box, so I've got that wired in as well now. I got my Hue lights have started to go in. These three spotlights, and then I've got the four Edison ones have come through. The two over there on that blue wall, which I think you can just about see in shot, they're obviously just downlighters with coloured lights in as well. And I've not set the lights properly yet, but as you can see just by flicking it, we get different lights, different colours. And I'm going to set it up so so that I've got, depending on what I'm doing, so if I'm filming there'll be certain lights on, if I'm painting different lights, and again if we're playing a game it'd be completely different. That's where the coloured lights will come in actually. We're playing games, especially if you're doing Dungeons and Dragons or something like that, where you want to set the mood. You know, if it's cold, frosty landscape, or you're playing Frostgrave or something like that, we can have the blue lights on. And if we're playing something like, I don't know, lava magma fields or something, we can have some nice warm lighting just to help set that mood a little bit more. But really pleased with the progress so far. I've given myself a little bit of a deadline for 19th of December to get this all finished. I want it finished before the end of the year. Not everything finished, but basically to get the floor finished, which will then, as soon as the floor's finished, these are the tiles that I'm getting actually, they're 300 by 600, and I'm going to lay them out like this in this sort of herringbone pattern, and that's what I want to get done by the 19th of December, which gives me about 3 weeks roughly. So I'm going to let the floor dry out for a week or two, and then I'll have another week to lay these down. And obviously once all those tiles are down, then I can start putting in the more interesting bits and pieces, like fitting the kitchen, fitting my desk where I'm going to be working, bringing a table in that we can start playing games, and yeah, just obviously other little bits and pieces of furniture that we're going to be having in here, like some nice cosy chairs and that in the cosy corner. But yeah, that's it for this little update. I hope you enjoyed it. As I say, if you've got any ideas of what I can do with this space, or what you think I should be doing, or what you think I shouldn't be doing, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. It's always good to have a fresh pair of eyes looking at what you're doing. And yeah, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers, matey boys.